feeling where the years just seem to blend together, flying by faster and faster? It's something pretty much all of us feel. So today we're going to dive into the really fascinating science behind why that happens and maybe, just maybe, what you can do about it. Let's call this feeling the vanishing year. You know what I'm talking about. It's that strange sensation where you blink and a whole season is just gone. 1 minute you're setting New Year's resolutions and the next, somehow the holidays are already creeping up again. But here's the thing. It wasn't always like this, right? I mean, think back to when you were a kid. Remember those summer vacations? They felt like an eternity, just this endless stretch of sunshine and possibilities. So why did that time feel so slow and so rich, while last year just sort of disappeared? Well, if you're nodding along right now, I want you to know this. You're not alone, and you are definitely not just imagining things. The answer isn't some deep philosophy. It's actually physical. It's rooted in the physics of how your brain processes reality. Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, your brain has its own internal clock, but it's nothing like the watch on your wrist. It's a biological system, and the crazy part is that its speed actually changes throughout your life. Understanding that is the key to solving this whole mystery. So when we're young, the world is just this constant fire hose of new stuff. Think about it. Every single experience, from learning to ride a bike to your first day at school, is brand new data, and your brain has to work incredibly hard to process and encode all of it. And get this, a young developing brain can burn up to 66% of its total resting energy just dealing with all these new experiences. All that mental work, all that high energy and dense data coming in, that's what stretches our perception of time. It's why those childhood summers felt so incredibly long. But there's a second piece to this puzzle, and it's purely physical. As we get older, the speed at which our neurons fire and send signals actually slows down. You can kind of think of it like the processor in a computer just getting a little bit older and slower over time. This means your internal clock literally starts ticking more slowly. And when your own sense of time slows down, the outside world feels like it's speeding up to compensate. So that's really the heart of it. The young brain is this high-energy, novelty-seeking machine, creating these rich, dense memories that make time feel full and slow. But the adult brain, it becomes optimized for efficiency. And that subtle shift has a massive effect on how we experience our own lives. And this drive for efficiency, well, it leads us directly into a major problem for the adult brain, something we can call the predictable routine trap.
At its core, your brain is an efficiency engine. Its number one job really is to save energy wherever it can. So it's always looking for shortcuts, always looking for ways to run on autopilot.
And what's the easiest way for the brain to be efficient? By creating routines. You know, the same commute to work every day, the same tasks at your job, the same shows you binge watch at night. These predictable patterns become so automatic, they require almost no real mental energy. Your brain absolutely loves this. It's saving fuel, running smoothly. But this incredible efficiency, it comes with a pretty profound and often totally unnoticed cost. And here it is. This is the cost. It's that feeling, that dread, that your life is just slipping away. Because when your days become predictable, your brain stops bothering to create distinct new memories. The days, weeks, and months all just blur together into one big low-energy file. And entire years just seem to vanish. So, is that it? Is this just an inevitable part of getting older? No, absolutely not. The same science that explains the problem also points us directly to the solution. We can consciously choose to take back our hours and slow down how we perceive time. The way to fight back against your brain's addiction to efficiency is to intentionally feed it things that are inefficient. We have to seek out experiences that are new, novel, sometimes even a little bit uncomfortable. That's what forces our brain to switch off autopilot and actually start paying attention again. So this leads us to a really practical framework we can call the novelty injection. It's basically a deliberate strategy to force your brain to spend energy on new things. This is the process that builds those rich, high-density memories that make time feel full and meaningful again. And look, this doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. You can start incredibly small. Step 1, just break a routine. Take a different route home from work. Step 2, learn a new skill. Try a new recipe, or just spend 5 minutes on a language app. Step 3, explore a new place, even if it's just a coffee shop in a different part of town.
And let's be super clear here. This isn't about just being busy or cramming your schedule full of stuff. The goal is to create distinct, memorable moments, those high-density memories. They become the little anchors that stop one week from blurring into the next, and they make your time feel satisfyingly full. Ultimately, the power to change how you perceive time is totally in your hands. It's not about finding more hours in the day. It's about making the hours you already have count for more in your memory. And that leaves us with one simple but really powerful question. What are you going to do differently tomorrow?